Hello team, welcome back. I'm Ben Brown, this is Fight Hacks, and what we're covering today is self-defense versus martial arts. There's been so many times when somebody brought their daughter into my school, said, hey, my 14-year-old girl, I want her to take kickboxing, she really needs self-defense. That's an interesting proposition. I'm not saying that, a martial art, karate, taekwondo, Muay Thai, judo, these aren't valid forms of self-defense. I am saying, though, that in order for you to be able to count on them when the rubber meets the road, years. We're talking years of training in order for it to be usable. Here's the deal. Self-defense is ugly, necessarily ugly. By definition, it's ugly. We're looking for the best way to hospitalize somebody as efficiently as possible. People make an assumption that martial arts is self-defense. And while I think martial arts can be used as a method of self-defense, I don't know that that's the ultimate goal with martial arts. For me, martial arts is something that's beautiful in a variety of ways, not the least of which is how it helps to build you up to make you a bigger, better, stronger person at basically every level. That's martial arts for me. If somebody comes to me specifically for self-defense, I'd teach them in a very, very different way. I can probably teach you most of what you need to know in just basic self-defense in a weekend, right? But it's going to be ugly. At the end of the day, if you're looking for self-defense, you can find a self-defense course unless you're willing to spend years and years training. I mean years. I know it sounds like I'm building a case for, only taking self-defense courses for self-defense. I think if you're willing to put in the time, I'm talking years of work, to become an adequate martial artist, to be able to use those martial arts on the street, I think that's a much better way because you gain so much more for that anyway. You get so much more in return, way beyond just self-defense. But if you're looking for purely self-defense in your training, then a self-defense course is really what you need to take. And here's an aside. When I say self-defense, I'm not talking about street fighting. All right, street fighting is when you're fighting for your pride, all right? And if you're doing that, you're just being an ass. Self-defense is fighting for your life, fighting for the lives of your loved ones, not fighting for your car keys, not fighting because somebody called your mom a bad name or looked at you the wrong way. Self-defense is different than street fighting. So if you distinguish the difference between street fighting and self-defense, if we just isolate on self-defense, I honestly think you need to take a look at how much time you're willing to commit. To become a martial artist, you get more in return for your time and your money, but to be a self-defense student, you're probably going to get quicker, faster, more effective results in a shorter period of time with just focusing on a specific self-defense course. Take it or leave it, that's just my opinion.